Well, thanks everybody for being here today. We're at the West End location of the Vancouver Cannabis Dispensary Society. This is one of 3 medical cannabis dispensaries, of which I am the director, that serve patients in the Lower Mainland. And I'm here today to formally announce my bid for the leadership of British Columbia's New Democratic Party. I have been a New Democrat member for 7 years, and in this time I've met many hundreds of my fellow party members in this province and across the country. And I believe that I offer a fresh vision and a real alternative choice in this leadership race. I'll be basing my campaign upon 4 principles. That is democracy, sustainability, social justice, and being smart on crime. And I'll just outline a little bit about what I mean about those four basic principles. When I speak of democracy, I mean both democracy within the NDP. I'd like to see our party move towards allowing our membership to play a greater role in policy development within our party and not only at delegated conventions. And I also support more democracy in our province, and I'd like to see the ballot initiative system improved and changed to make it more workable so that the people and citizens of this province could have a real voice in the issues of the day through referendums. When we talk about sustainability, I would like to focus on Sustainable BC, which is a wonderful document which was passed unanimously by the NDP at convention and was not really a big part of our last election campaign. And I would like to see Sustainable BC and sustainability become a central part of our next election campaign and a clear part of our platform. When I talk about social justice, I talk about making sure that the most poor, disadvantaged members of our society are not left behind. I support a $10 minimum wage indexed to inflation, which is something the NDP has called for a long time. And I also support maintaining our heritage and our legacy in terms of reversing and stopping the giving away of our institutions like BC Hydro, BC Rail, and BC Ferries. These are an important part of our province, and these should be kept, not given away and traded away to the corporate elite and friends of the Liberal Party. These should be kept for our children and our grandchildren in this province, and I would stop and reverse giving away of these institutions. And finally, I talk about being smart on crime. And a big part of that is ending the prohibition of cannabis and the drug war in British Columbia. The vast majority of British Columbians recognize that the war on marijuana has failed and is very harmful, and it's time for our province to take a strong stand against the federal government's war on cannabis. We need to stand against the Harper's Prison's spending spree, and although this is a federal law, it is the provinces which bear the brunt of the costs of enforcing these laws. It is the province which pays for the courts, the police, and the prisons, and it's time that we said enough is enough. We're not going to stand for this anymore, and British Columbia wants to tax and regulate and control cannabis at the provincial level. The province could also take a large step towards allowing medical marijuana to be regulated and taxed in this province as well. Those are the basics of what I stand for and what I believe and why I'm putting my name forward for leadership of the British Columbia New Democratic Party. And I welcome any questions at this time.